Hello everyone, in this video we are showing you who's responsible for each goal conceded in the Premier League match week 33-34. Liverpool have already been crowned champions, Tottenham get battered,
everywhere they go.
And the Champions League spots have more undecided than your wife picking dinner.
He's Carl, I'm Sean, this is 40 Hours Football. Welcome to What's He Doing?
What's he done?
And the first game is West Ham versus Southampton.
Hell yeah, it is Sean. First up, first served, Ryan Manning. What's he doing?
What's he done?
So at fault here, we start with the classic error as Manning joins the backing up bandits instead of stopping Jared Bowen. Can't let him go.
And an equaliser for Southampton as Thomas Soucek has that stoppage time lapse in judgment. He just leaves Ugo Chukwu completely unmarked in the box and he can hit the purest of volleys past Areola. And the next game is Everton versus Man City.
Michael Keane, what's he doing?
What's he done?
No idea Nico O'Reilly is about to scream in front of him and put City 1-0 up. Awful anticipation from a veteran centre-back.
And Jared Branthwaite. City make it 2-0. I thought I tuned into a puppet show late on in this one. Jared's limbs were all over the shop as the ball was played into Gundogan. An absolute mess on shirt. And the next game is a bit of quick fire. It's Brentford versus Brighton.
100%. First up, Jean-Paul Van Heck got in a race with Mbeumo, lost.
Nathan Collins doesn't track Welbeck for the cross.
Yeah, Lewis Dunk up next. What's he doing? What's he done? Deflects it off his chest into the bottom left. Own goal, get full.
And again, it's Lewis Dunk. He deflects this one off his elbow into the bottom right.
Nathan Collins, what's he doing? What's he done? Got drawn in by Hinchelwood when he should be tracking Matoma.
And finally, Jean-Paul Van Heck marks no one from a set piece. And up next is Aston Villa versus Newcastle.
Fabian Schär, what's he doing?
What's he done?
Deflects it off of his shin, wrong foots his own GK.
Ian Maatsen, well, Shaw makes up for his earlier sins, and Maatsen just lets him run off the back of him for a free header.
Well, now Maatsen makes up for his earlier sins, as Shaw just lets him behind the fence for a one-on-one with Nick Pope.
Dan Burn, own goal, get fault.
Yeah.
Written in stone.
Yeah, definite commandment.
What an error this is. He can't get his big-ass feet out of the way, and he scores an own goal Rabona.
We've got a man with a hat-trick of faults. Fabian Schär, what are you doing, sir?
What have you done, sir?
Tries to play a ball that ends up being either 30 yards short or 15 yards too long, and Aston Villa craft out a fourth goal. The match was already lost, but Schär, man. Ipswich Arsenal up next, and you can imagine how this went. Or you can just remember.
Sam Morsey, the reason it's 1-0. Gives Trossard a nice hug on the edge of the 6-yard box. And, maybe instead of a reunion, how about you tackle the Belgian striker about to score?
Yeah, 100%. One of my favourite names, Axel Tuanzebe. What's he doing, Sean?
What's he done? Sean.
Let's try that again. What's he done, Sean?
What's he doing, Sean?
Oh no, he's had his ankles broken by a Merino back heel. All he can do is sit and watch Martinelli as he taps in an open goal.
It's an even worse day for Sam Morsey. And he must have some sort of friendship pact with Trossard where he's just not allowed to go near him or tackle him. Because Trossard is stood completely still, 8 yards out of the goal. Yeah. Marked by no one.
Jacob Greaves, what are you doing?
What have you done?
He gives it the deflection it needs to take it past Palmer, straight in the net. Arsenal have 4. Ipswich are getting relegated. 2-1 Chelsea against Fulham. The comeback kings. Let's go. Fulham Chelsea. Sean up first. Who was at fault?
The man, the myth, the legend, Reece James. Pisses about on the ball, gets absolutely bodied by Sessegnon, and Fulham can build to an easy 1-0 lead.
Now, with that only bit of criticism of that whole game from Chelsea there, we have got Joachim Andersen, Sean's absolute favourite player at Fulham. Just drifts out of position, giving George the half yard he needs to unleash a bottom corner monster of an equaliser. Never saving. This came out 90 mile an hour off his foot.
And Anthony Robertson's at fault. Again, it's positional awareness. As Robertson drops inside, Enzo runs outside. Chelsea make the easiest winner. It was known from the beginning. I was never in doubt. And up next is quick one, Man United versus Wolves.
Yeah, nice and easy. Just me. No fault here. The newest commandment endorsed as Sarabia hits a free kick straight into the upper bracket. Saying that though, this one's another quick one. Leicester Liverpool, only 1-0.
It's Mads Hermansen. Okay, we don't like to blame the keepers, but he's hit a better running crossbody on Cody than John Cena ever could. A little wrestling joke for you. And up next is Spurs versus Nottingham Forest.
Rodrigo Bentancur. What are you doing, sir?
What have you done, mate?
Okay, it's a classic nutmeg pinball deflection that takes it past Vicario. Close your legs, you slag.
Yeah, get that on a shirt. Mickey van der Ven.
You can.
He stands behind Chris Wood. He then gets out jumped by Chris Wood. He then plays Chris Wood onside. Mickey van der Ven's got fast feet but slow brain. I think caveman up there, maybe. But he's rapid, so...
Speaking of which, Ryan Yates. What are you doing?
What have you done?
Yates just stands there in the box while Richarlison leaps like a salmon he is and heads away Forest's clean sheet. Still lost though. Man City versus Villa, 2-1 to Man City. Let's go, Sean. Who's up first?
Ezri Konsa. He's a little unfortunate as he gives the cross just the tiniest little deflection which takes it perfectly to Bernardo Silva.
Easy one for me up next. What's he doing, Sean?
What's he done?
Ruben Diaz, give pen, get fault, commandment endorsed. Quite a mean challenge as well. Like took him out.
A little bit evil. A little bit Christian Romero.
It's a little bit Roy Keane, man, to be fair.
Lucas Digne at fault. In the 94th minute, you want to just stop marking altogether, just so City can grab that last-minute winner. And the next game is Arsenal versus Crystal Palace.
Certainly is, Sean. Mark Gahey up first. What's he doing?
What's he done?
Fails to stay close to Kiwior, leaving him with a free header from 10 yards.
And up next, another no-fault goal. The old robbery corner technique, Robin and Ribéry. And it's a thing of beauty. Whipped straight to the edge, volleyed in off the post.
Up next, Jefferson Lerma. He's getting sent left and right, and then the shot finally comes through and he deflects it past his own keeper. If you're going to get angles broken, get them broken, get out of the way.
William Saliba. Final nail in the coffin for Arsenal's Premier League season as he plays a 20-yard ball to Jean-Philippe Mateta. And then Mateta shoots.
That's it.
And Mateta scores. And up next is Chelsea versus Everton.
Only the one goal, just me. Beto, Sean's favourite Everton striker, received a pinged ball and within 3 awful touches gets dispossessed by Chalobah. Game, set, match. All right, following that, Wolves-Leicester, 3-0 hammering. Leicester just can't score anything nowadays. Sean, go on.
Ricardo Pereira. Now, he's too interested in fighting Cunha, and he leaves Aït-Nouri completely free down the wing. Cover your man.
What's he doing?
What's he done?
Wout Faes. What's he doing?
What's he done?
It would seem Leicester have a position problem. Faes is pushed into the midfield while Wolves are attacking. Strand Larsen has all the space he needs to make it 2-0.
Connor Cody. Now, he is faced with a big IQ decision. And he chooses to stand 5 yards in his own half just so he can perfectly play Cunha onside. Also, tracked him back all the way throughout his own half and didn't put a tackle in. And the next game is Southampton versus Fulham.
Hell yeah, Calvin Bassey up first. What's he doing?
What's he done?
Bassey, man. You have to stay in front of the guy you're marking. Go to his Instagram if you want to follow him. Speaking of which, follow us on Instagram at 48 Hours Football. Shameless plug.
Jan Bednarek. Now, he is officially joint top this season in What's He Doing, alongside James Justin.
Yep.
And now he's hit a major deflection past Aaron Ramsdale, and the Saints continue to march back down to the Championship.
Yeah, Taylor Harwood-Bellis, what are you doing?
What you done?
What is it with these guys and not focusing on the final whistle? Sessegnon creeps into the box in the dying minutes and Fulham knight themselves against the Saints. Brighton West Ham up next, 3-2. Boom.
Okay, Brighton forgetting who they are for a quick second here, as Ayari just hits one from 30 yards and curls it top end.
Oh, yeah. Jack Hinchelwood, what are you doing?
What have you done?
Wait. Kudus still plays for West Ham.
Apparently.
Ain't seen him in ages. Either way, Hinchelwood lets Kudus receive the ball, like quite literally puts his foot away from the ball so Kudus can have it. Definitely a little handshake deal going on between them two prior to the game.
Mats Weaver. I am sick to death of Thomas Souček scoring goals. Weaver must think he's on his side and just lets him header it in. What am I watching? The Premier League has watched Thomas Souček score 7 goals this season.
This season alone?
7.
I do that dumbass helicopter
7
thing.
goals.
That's rough. All right, then from Mats to Max. Kilman, what you doing?
What you done?
It's like I'm watching Fast and the Furious with all this drifting out of position. Kilman runs away from Mitoma after the ball is played across the box.
Okay, it's absolute limbs in the Amex as Belieber has just shot again randomly from 30 yards and it's gone straight into the top bins. He's hit a cartwheel backflip.
Yep.
What's going on? Even the keeper did a little cartwheel backflip.
Yeah.
I'm shocked.
It's just bizarre that
Brighton went bang. Suddenly, all of our players, 2011 Messi.
Yes, yeah.
Don't care.
Don't know where it came from.
They bought in-app purchases and just upgraded all their players
Yes, yeah.
for this game. Ipswich get relegated against Newcastle in a 3-0 loss, and we're here to explain to you why.
Exactly, and it's not hard to understand why. Up first, Enciso, give pen, get fault. Jacob Murphy half out of his shirt. Leave him dressed.
Ara O'Shea.
Love to see it.
Now, I've said this name a lot in the past 2 years. Yeah. But I've never, ever seen something so embarrassing on a football pitch. Dan Burn has jumped through him and sent him miles.
Yep.
He jumped up, head above the bar to head the ball. Obviously, that's unfair. I wouldn't have blamed him if it was just that. But Dara O'Shea also jumped up and got just shoved completely out of the way.
Yep.
It was embarrassing to watch, Dara.
Yeah, you can't tolerate that. That's Premier League versus Little League. Like that, he got absolutely bodied. It goes from bad to worse for the Burnley reject. Dara O'Shea, what are you doing, sir?
What have you done, sir?
And so he's just been ridiculed by us in the last goal for being so weak in the air that his new name should be Dara Ocean Breeze could blow him over. Jumps up and gets launched a couple of yards forward. The guy's so light in the air. Geezer's made of marshmallow.
He's getting thrown about.
Speaking of getting launched forward, Man United, Bournemouth, 1-1.
Two mid-table teams fighting out.
Mid-table. Man United, bottom table. Their worst season ever.
Patrick Dorgu got played with by Adam Smith on that right wing. Lost all composure and use of his legs.
Yeah, he did. He absolutely demolished. Marcus Senesi, what you doing?
What you done?
Defending by standing behind Hoyland, claims offside when he stood behind Hoyland, playing him onside. Sean's absolute favourite.
I feel like I get stabbed in the chest every time. I see someone put their hand up for offside when they're playing everyone onside.
They fully knew he was playing them onside as well. Like, they're not dumb. You've done this before, lad.
Infuriating.
And then, like we said at the beginning, right in the intro, Liverpool have been crowned champions. 5-1 against Tottenham because they get battered.
Everywhere they go.
And we're going to run this quick fire because the video is already very long for these 2 game weeks. Sean, boom.
Luis Diaz got left by Solanke.
He did. Kevin Danso got left by Luis Diaz.
Archie Gray got bodied by McAllister.
Yep, Christian Romero got run past Gakpo.
Destiny Udogie, you let Salah cook.
Destiny Udogie again, own goal, get fault, video done, like, comment, subscribe. It's good for the algorithm. It gets us up there. More people need to see it. The What's He Doing list is coming out. Sean, who are you thanking this time?
Follow us on Instagram. Thank you to everyone who works at Instagram.
Oh, yeah. Thank you for the meta team. Bye. Peace.